Hello Taurus, Elsie here with a reading for you, my friends. It is for the month of August. We need to do an overview of August, find out what's going on in that month. Look, what's going on in August? Well, just, Google it, but everything's in retrograde. Go see your favorite astrologer. They'll tell you what the heck is going on according to your sign. And there's a lot of stuff going on astrologically for all of the signs. This is a very big month of change. So I've decided that what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read some oracles. We'll get the overall energy for the month, and then we will go over a 9-card draw, the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month, and we'll find out what else is coming up here. We'll start with the archetype cards, see what sort of energy you're up against or what energy you need to embody in the month of August. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. Taurus, if you're here brand new and you've just arrived, I do this reading once a month. And you get the overview for the month, and then I go through the rest of the month just doing weekly readings. And if you are the one who's the ride or die here all the time, thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you so very much. One more shuffle. Let's find out what sort of energy you're dealing with or you need to be in the month of August. Tell me about Taurus, please. Tell me about Taurus's archetype, please. All right, we've got the Judge. Taurus, you'll be making decisions in the month of August. Here it says the light attribute is balancing justice and compassion. Very interesting. It says managing the fair distribution of power. Well, sounds like there's going to be something in your hands that you need to make a decision about in the month of August that is going to manage the fair distribution of power. Very interesting. And it says balancing justice and compassion. So a decision that you're going to need to make in the month of August here, Taurus, that is going to be important. Look, this person is here with the scales, right? We've got Libra energy here possibly. You could be maybe dealing with a Libra or maybe just dealing in some sort of justice. So if you've got something legal going on, I feel like you'll get your answer in the month of August to that legal thing. What else do we have here? Tell me more about Taurus in the month of August. We do have destiny, and it's going to change something. Whatever you decide, Taurus, for whatever reason, you end up being the judge. So I don't know what the situation is quite yet, but it looks like destiny is at play. And what that means is that what goes around comes around. It almost feels, Taurus, like maybe you were in a position of not being in, like maybe you were in a position of feeling weak or not being in power or feeling like someone else was making decisions for you. I feel like in the month of August, you take your power back. That's what it feels like. What goes around comes around, right? This is the Wheel of Fortune, this destiny card. And I feel like now the tables have turned, Taurus. Now you're going to be the one who's in the driver's seat, and the other person or people are going to be waiting on you to make a decision. I feel like you've taken your power back in some way, and now you end up being the judge. Destiny is about change. The tables have turned. Everything has turned, Taurus. And I feel like you're the one who is about to make the big decision. Maybe it's more than one. Who knows? What else do we need to know about Taurus, please, in the month of August 2024? Tell me about Taurus. Tell me about the Bull Gang energy. What else do we need to know about Taurus, please? We have emotions, so it is going to be an emotional decision. We have card number 23, which tells me it's a little bit of lack. It feels like it's a big, heavy decision that needs to be made, but only you can make that decision. The moon energy, of course, Pisces and Cancer energies. This is Sagittarian energy. Take it for how it resonates for you, but the emotions, of course, sometimes are very deep. Right? And it feels like there are deep emotions involved here. And it feels like you have to make a decision that might make you feel in lack emotionally. And I don't mean because it's not a good decision. I mean because you might have to choose and make a decision based on whatever has changed. Something has changed here. So we've got the moon and emotions. Bottom of the deck, we have the skull. Did we even look at the bottom of the decks here? Oh, there's a tower. Interesting. So there is some sort of revelation. There's a shift coming, Taurus, a shift and a change. I think it was William that said, William, I think it's W.M. William. It said, fine, I get it. I hear it, universe. It's like every every reading that I've been seeing as well, Taurus, is all about some sort of disruption, a tower, a realization, upheaval, change. You are going into a brand new chapter or cycle here, Taurus. And I feel like that's what's happening. Look, we've got endings, but this is 11. This is card number 11, and we have an 11 here. So 11. There is something going on here that's putting you into a new, it's like a new timeline, Taurus. That's what it feels like. It might be for some of you about a relationship. We didn't look at the bottom of this deck, did we? We've got the athlete. It says dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal power and strength and spirit. That's exactly what I was just talking about. You have decided to take your power back, my friend. It's time, like the judgment is now in your hands. And whoever's been playing with you, Taurus, isn't going to realize that until the time comes to make the decision. And the decision ends up being yours and not theirs. You might be making a decision that is deeply emotional, maybe between a couple of people in terms of emotions, but it's deeply emotional nonetheless. And might make you feel a little bit in lack. Maybe you're not sure about what you want to do. What else do we need to know about Taurus in the month of August, please? We have your higher self, and we have travel. So it feels like somebody here is making a decision. You need to make sure that you are making it out of the spiritual self, the higher self. Make sure that you're thinking about it. Your emotions here, something is running high on emotions. That's what it feels like here, the higher self and emotions. It's going to be a highly emotional situation. You are the judge. You are the one who is going to be making the decision, and it might involve some travel. Maybe short travel, could be long travel, but whatever it is, it's about to make you really, really happy, Taurus. I feel like the decision you make is the good one for you, and it's about time. Oh, yeah. I just heard it's about damn time. I just heard Lizzo. It's about damn time. Okay, let's find out what else is going on for Taurus, please. We'll pull 9 cards for the beginning, the middle, and the end of the month. Tell me what's coming up for Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in the month of August. Month overview here. Tell me about Taurus. Tell me about Taurus. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Wands. And we've got the Nine of Wands. It really feels like for somebody here that at the beginning of the month, something is set in your favor. There is some sort of, for those of you who are dealing in a legal issue, if the legal issue involves money, I feel like if you've been stressing over bills, feeling exhausted, overworking yourself, trying to make more money, I feel like whatever the decision is made in your favor. If it's not a decision you're making, Taurus, it's a decision that's made in your favor. It's going to put you in this Queen of Pentacles energy where you really don't have much to worry about financially. It feels like there is a decision that you need to make, possibly about a relationship or about your home. Take it as it resonates for you. If it's not your home, it might be about a relationship. But it looks like here that somebody is going to either be signing a contract or is going to be asked to sign on the dotted line. And I'm going to say be careful because we're in Mercury retrograde in August. It happens on August the 4th. It's about communication, electronics. Please don't sign anything without another set of eyes. Be careful. Maybe you're signing a house, like a mortgage agreement, a rental agreement. Take it as it resonates for you. Tell me what's coming up in the middle of the month for Taurus in August, please. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And we've got the Chariot. I feel like in the middle of the month, Taurus, that somebody is trying to breadcrumb you. It feels like it's an emotional thing. It feels like it's about emotions. The Queen of Cups is here. And I feel like it could involve a Cancer, possibly, a Pisces, a Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. We'll talk more about that. We'll clarify a little bit. We've got, for the end of the month here, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Cups. And we've got the Judgment card. Very interesting. The end of the month, Taurus, there is something coming in here that you've been waiting for. I feel like you've been patient. I feel like it's an opportunity. I feel like it's more than one opportunity. And I feel like it's going to be confusing and overwhelming. I feel like these are all emotional opportunities. And that's where this Judgment comes in. You see? The Judge and the Judgment. And I feel as though there is going to be a decision that you're going to be called to make here. You're being called to make a decision that is very emotional. It has to do with feelings, or it's highly emotionally charged. We do have the Knight of Cups. It might have to do with romance for some of you. It doesn't have to be for sure, but we do have the Tower. There it is. We have the realization, right? We saw the disruption on the bottom of the deck of the Psychic Tarot. There it is. For some of you, there is a decision that you don't see coming that you're going to have to make. And only in part of this reading, of course, but it feels like it's going to be about some sort of romantic connection. I feel like something is about to pick up here, my friend. Very interesting. All right. All right. So I feel like at the beginning of the month, Taurus, there is something that is coming up that you are going to, it's like an opportunity. The Queen of Pentacles is holding a pentacle. There is an opportunity, and it might be an opportunity to move, an opportunity to live someplace different. It might be an opportunity with a soulmate. Take it as it resonates. The Four of Wands is about sturdy, stable, happy, exciting, celebratory sort of energy as it pertains to either a soulmate connection or your home. Either way, I feel like you're agreeing to something. It feels like you're agreeing to something. You're agreeing to the mortgage, agreeing to the rent, or agreeing to the relationship. Tell me why the Queen of Pentacles is here with the Four of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Tell me about Taurus. We have the Six of Wands. You're going to be dropping your burdens. It really does feel like there is somebody here who is getting word about some sort of financial stuff. And it's good news. It's victory. The Six of Wands is here. It feels like you have been in a hard place, or it's victory after the fight. So it feels like you've been fighting your finances lately, Taurus. That maybe it's maybe you have enough, but maybe you have just enough. Do you know what I mean? It feels like there is some sort of a victory coming in here, and it may cause you to move. Or it may be because of a relationship. Tell me more. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So Taurus, it does feel like that. It does feel like somebody here is very confident that endings bring new beginnings. So if you're a person who has had the ending of a relationship, and I mean it's betrayal, like I feel like I'm probably connecting with somebody here who's been betrayed by a Leo, possibly a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Somebody's been betrayed here, and you're about to get the last laugh, Taurus, because I feel like the universe only moves things out of the way in order to bring something else in, right? Things only end so something else can begin. The Queen of Pentacles is your energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like it's you that's going to have the victory. I feel like there is something that is ended, but you know what? I feel like this Nine of Wands is telling me, like we're at the end of cycles here. The Nine of Wands is telling me that something is coming that is going to help you drop some burdens that you've been carrying financially, maybe about the place where you live. Maybe you've been homeless. Maybe you've been really struggling to have solid, firm foundation. I feel like you're going to get the victory in that because something is changing here. Tell me about the Ten of Swords here. What is ending? Something is changing here, Taurus, and it's changing in your home status. We've got the Queen of Swords and we've got the Emperor. So it feels like somebody here is about to make a decision that's best for everyone involved. The Emperor is the one who makes the the hard decisions and the good decisions. The Emperor could be a boss, could be somebody who is facilitating whatever documents you might be signing, but it is going to be about money. And if it's not about money, it's about wealth. It's going to give you confidence. You're finally going to be in a place of stability rather than worrying about where it's coming from next. So we do have the Queen of Swords. The truth is about to come out about something. There's a judgment being made in your favor here. The Queen of Swords is telling me that you're being liberated from a place of lack, and you are being liberated by the Emperor. So for some of you, this could be a person that you know. It could be someone who's got their eye on you. Someone at work, maybe your boss. Maybe somebody's going to give you a new position. Maybe you're going to get a raise, possibly a bonus. But it feels like somebody here is making a decision about you in order to even the scales. I feel like it's evening the scales, and it has to do with the Nine of Pentacles. It does have to do with you either having a new beginning, a new start, maybe opening a business here, but it's after something has gone wrong. It feels like with the Ten of Swords, after something has gone wrong, I feel like August is the month that you will be liberating yourself from the hardest place you've been financially, and you're going to be signing the mortgage, signing the lease, whatever it is that you'll be signing. Be careful. But I feel like the Emperor is here to oversee everything. This is somebody who is either your boss, your supervisor, someone who cares about you. It could be a father. It could be a friend that you know that is an Emperor. This is Aries energy. We also have Libra energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy as well. Taurus, in the middle of the month, I feel like it flips and it goes towards something that is emotional. So we go from dealing in business, dealing in work, possibly the workplace, money, finances, to the middle of the month where I feel like it's more something to do with something that is very emotional. It feels like somebody here has in the past been breadcrumbed. The Six of Pentacles is in the middle of the month. It feels like everything is sort of around the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like there's no more breadcrumbing. It feels like you finally get your balance here, balance in your emotions, balance in life. I feel like the sun is shining on you, sun at your back here. And the Queen of Cups is here. The Queen of Cups could be someone that you know, but it could also represent the depth of love, empathy, compassion, kindness. And I feel like that you, Taurus, have been breadcrumbed in love. And I feel like you're about to get the victory in something here, because we do have this Knight of Cups that is in the distance here. This is the bottom of the deck for me, and it's coming in like it's a really big shift that you're not expecting, because the Moon energy is here. Tell me about the Queen of Cups, please. Who is the Queen of Cups? We've got, this person could be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We do have Cancer energy here. Tell me about the Queen of Cups, please. What do I need to know? We do have the Eight of Wands, Taurus. You're going to be getting communication that is loving, kind, and compassionate, possibly from a water sign. It doesn't have to be a water sign. It could be someone who is any sign that wants to speak words of love and excitement to you. They're excited to speak with you, and they're hoping that you're going to be excited to speak with them as well. We do have the Ten of Wands. It is a conversation that's going to cause you to drop your burdens. Look at that. Wow, Taurus. So for some of you, this is a family thing, because the Queen of Cups can be a mother, right? So for those of you who've had a really hard relationship with your mother, I feel like that it's finally the breaking point. Somebody is about to break the silence here in terms of, look, I love you. I don't want to be like this with you anymore. We have to communicate with each other. It's time for us to drop these burdens. For some of you, it could be a mother, an older sister, could be a best friend, but for some of you, this is a love connection. And I feel like somebody here has decided they no longer want to carry around these burdens with you. It's time to have a conversation. The Eight of Wands is here. And I feel like the message is coming from the Queen of Cups. This person may be someone who has breadcrumbed you, like, people who are, you give and you give and you give, but when you need them, they're never around. Or they always have something else going on, or they're making plans without you. They're like, no, I can't go out with you, Taurus. I'm sorry. My life is really busy. I can't do that. And then you see all kinds of pictures on Facebook, on Instagram. They're out with this one. They're out with that one. They're, like it feels like you've been breadcrumbed here. That's what it feels like. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles, please. We have the Sun, and you're realizing it, Taurus. In the middle of the month, there is something going down here where you finally realize, look, you cannot treat me like that. I feel like this is a really big theme for your month. Everything is changing, and it's because you're finally seeing things for what it is, and you're not only seeing it, Taurus, but you're finally taking action on it too. Taurus, it's not that you're scared to say anything. It's that you're usually the people pleaser. You're usually the person who gives and gives and gives and gives. I think there's going to be a Taurus here that says, you know what? No, bro. You can't do that to me anymore with the Wheel of Fortune, because things are about to change. There is somebody here who's taking back their power. It does feel like that. The Wheel of Fortune has shown up twice here, and the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower have shown up in the same reading, right? So we do have the Seven of Pentacles. It's exactly what I was saying. You're like, this isn't even worth it anymore. Like, am I working harder and not getting anything from it? It feels like this could be your workplace. This could be a relationship with a friend. I feel like you're really going over the friends list, or you're trying to figure out who's on your side because you're tired of getting breadcrumbed, because you are the person who's an overgiver. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that you're about to expand. Life for you, as you know it right now, is about to expand because you've had this breakthrough. And make no mistake about it, when you start seeing people for who they are and start calling them out on their shit, they're all going to disperse. They're all going to run. And, you might create a lot of distance between you and other people. But I really do feel that with the Tower here, it feels like this is something that's been needed for a really long time. It's time for you to take back your power and get the victory here, because I feel like you're like, you know what, the sun is out. It's August, the sun is out, and for some of us, it's going to be fall soon, right? In September. It's like, I just really want to get this done in the summer here. I just want to get it done here. I think this is something that has been going on for a long while, but for some of you specifically, it could have gone on through Cancer season. Tell me about the Chariot, please. You're about to get victory here, Taurus. We've got the Nine of Wands, we've got the Star, and we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you give an ultimatum. That's what it feels like. Look, I'm the person who is the Star. I give and I give and I give. I'm the person who grants wish fulfillment for people. Now it's time for me to look at my own wish fulfillment. I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, it tells me that the reason you've come to this realization that you're just exhausted with people's crap is because of the Star. It feels like you have healed, and you've decided to work on yourself. And I feel like, that's a thing that happens when we decide that we're going to work on ourselves. We have these realizations. Big realizations. Like, I've been the one who's been painstakingly working on this relationship while the other people are going off and doing what they want when they want to do it, and they exclude me, or they don't really care how I feel about the situation. And I feel like all of that is changing in the month of August. It almost feels like we're coming to a crescendo, right? Like, when you're listening to people play instruments in an orchestra, right? It comes to a place where it gets really loud. Like, it feels like this is it. It feels like it's coming to a crescendo of some sort here. That you've decided that you're exhausted with whatever people are giving you, and you've decided that I'm just going to work on myself. I'm going to turn my back to the situation, and I'm just going to wait for healing. I'm going to get my own victory. If these people if they're not going to be cool with me, then I'm just going to disappear. And I think that's what you do. But I feel like this is a breakthrough for you with the Wheel of Fortune, that your expansion does not depend on the people who are not paying attention. Let's look at the future here. There's something coming in here, Taurus, that you've been waiting on for a really long time. And I think it's because you've switched things. Everything is beginning to change. And this might be the painstaking emotional decision that you have to make to just cut some people out, or maybe not cut them out. And I'm not saying you have to go to them and saying, look, I'm cutting you out now. You just need to create distance. Just be silent. Move away quietly. Just don't answer those texts, or answer them later than you would. Make them sit for a day or two. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's something here that you're deciding to take your power back. This is going to happen when I say it happens, and not when you say it happens. So I feel like because you do this, because you practice this, because you're working on this, I really do feel like the judgment is in your hands, because I feel like the universe is putting you through a trial here. You've got the subscription, now you've got the 2-week trial here. Until this comes in. And it feels like that there is opportunities, emotional opportunities that are going to be overwhelming, and you're going to be called to make some decisions about what to do here. Tell me what opportunities are coming for Taurus, please, in the month of August. We have the World card. We have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Three of Pentacles. Look, you've got new friendships coming in. New friendships, brand new, exciting paths to go on here. You're closing the chapter, the old chapter on people who are just not into you. And I think that you didn't want to think that they just weren't into you. But I think that, and I'm talking about romantic relationships, talking about family relationships, talking about best friends, acquaintances, people who call you their friend and don't talk to you for 6 months. Those people. Tell me about the Seven of Cups, please. We have the Three of Swords. It is going to be hard, right? You have to make the changes. It's going to be highly emotional here. It does feel like you are going to have to use the higher self. The travel that you're doing, I feel, is you're jumping a timeline. You're going from a place where you were serving everybody to a place where, nah, brah, you want me, you come get me. And I feel like that brings in a bunch of people. Surprisingly enough, even though you're heartbroken, I feel like you still go on adventures here. And it's because you're starting to meet new people. The Seven of Cups tells me you have a lot of opportunities, a lot of things you got to sift through. You're going to have to make some decisions about what to do next. And what you're going to do next here is you're going to wait and watch. You're not going to be the overgiver. Page of Pentacles is in the reverse. It's like, you want me, come get me. I'm not going to put in all this extra effort and you're not going to do anything for me in return. I really do believe that that's what's going on here. The Five of Wands tells me that you are still in this energy of, I feel like I shouldn't hold back. Maybe I shouldn't hold back. I feel like at the end of the month, you're still like, but I kind of miss going out. I kind of miss being social. It doesn't mean you can't find other ways to be social. You don't have to be with these people who continually take advantage of your kindness. So I feel like you do find the courage to make decisions and you stop beating yourself up with the Five of Wands, that you're not putting any energy into this anymore. It feels like you are waiting for people to put energy into you, or you're just not putting energy into them. You have literally transformed. Bravo, Taurus. Look at that. Bottom of the deck. So I feel like you're clearing space. That's what it feels like you're doing. You're clearing space here. You're finding out who's with you and who's against you, who's on the bus and who's bloody well under it. And you're making decisions accordingly. So there is romance coming in here, Taurus. It does look like there's something that you can't see, something that you can feel but you can't see. There is a tower that's going to be showing up this month, and it is going to be that you're going to meet somebody, I feel, of a romantic interest. We do have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, and we have the Ace of Swords. You are going to have some sort of a realization, clarity, communication from somebody, possibly a Sagittarius, a Cancer, a Pisces, maybe a Scorpio, but there is going to be conversation. Someone is going to be reaching out to you, someone who does have emotions for you, Taurus. I'm just going to leave that right there. Transformation in all things. I think it's a lovely reading. I'm going to go for now, Taurus. I'll be back because I'm always back, and happy August to you, friends. I'm going to go for now. Love you guys. Bye.